Hi all. Right, that was more RAF Eagle. I was just, while I was setting things up there, I had my other light on, and it was flickering, and I put it off. And there's me put it back on. It seems alright just now, but I feel like that's where I'm getting the flicker from when I'm using that light. But I put it off there, and it looked like it was better. But then I don't know if it'll be darker in this corner. I've got a light further that side, and then the lights above, which aren't that bright. Well, I've just put it back on there and it looks okay. Right, we'll persevere. Okay, yeah, I just looked back on some of the footage there. I've not watched it all through yet, but of the last part, and here was me talking about my careful planning to make sure we were ready. We had fighters in the box, but I mean, I've put the fighters up now, but it looks like I could have got away with that, couldn't I? When we were placing fighters for the 10 o'clock, I wish I hadn't moved them now. I think they were... Yeah, because these ones were in the 12 o'clock box, and the majority of them are in the... Well, I think they were in the 12 o'clock box, and they were in the 1400 box. So, when I got to 10 o'clock, if we had selected this as a 12 o'clock raid, when I got to 10 o'clock, the fighters were already selected for that, but we would have needed to select... Oh yeah, that wouldn't have worked. No, it wouldn't have worked, because we would be at 10 o'clock and the fighters would still be in the 12 o'clock box. Okay, right. It's just when I look back on it, I thought, oh, you could have got away with that, but I don't think I could have. It's just obviously you want to avoid letting the squadrons get back on the map if you can. You know, you don't want to skip time in between, but I needed to have time to bring the fighters back, I think. Okay. Right. Okay, so moving on. Next raid is, well, we've got the 2 raids left up at, Hornchurch Airfield. So we'll get the first one down. Okay, so there's our next raid, and it's at Hornchurch Airfield. That uses Radar Net 6 and 7. It was Radar Net 3 we took out, which, yeah, isn't going to help us for the rest of the raid. Yeah, I didn't really plan that one very well then, did I? I'm just looking, these both use 6 and 7. Well, I'm assuming they do. Oh, actually, no. They are slightly different. The other attacking Hornchurch is 5 and 6. But anyway, not 3, shall we say. Okay. Poor planning there again, I think. Okay, and this is the one we've got this strategy card attached to. So it says that if at least one ME-109 group is involved in a hunter or squadron attack, refer to the lettered row of the combat results table, one above the calculated row. This shift is in addition to any shifts for altitude advantage. Okay. Consider Luftwaffe to be at full strength during combat resolution, even if depleted. Right, well, that'll not come in it because we're not depleted. So yeah, it just acts as an altitude advantage, but it also does say if you get altitude advantage too, it'll stack with that, so you'll get both. And that's for the hunter or squadron attack. Okay, good stuff. And then, well, there's my selection of grouping. It's pretty much the same again, really. That looks to me to be sort of one of the steady sort of setups, I think, because you've got 12 grouping involved. That allows you to have 6 raids. You're allowed 12 grouping. And just thinking that rendezvous check, twice we missed it when it was 13, wasn't it? So let's see the card here. I mean, if you roll a 4, it's 11 or more grouping. But if a 5 or 6 is 13 and 15 grouping. So you're basically avoiding... Yeah, you're looking to roll... If you roll a 5 or a 6 there, you're good. one and two look good. One is, well, you know, just you do want to avoid that if you can help it. To be honest, yeah, the other results look pretty decent. You could avoid the other results as well. But I'm just, which now, might as well show you the card while I'm talking about it. So this is the raid rendezvous check, and like I was saying about 5 or 6 is 13 group in and 15 group in. And we've got 12, so we don't count that one. This is the one that will count, and it's 11 or more group in. Number 3 is the raid's area has broken clouds and there are 8 or more grouping in the raid. Well, I suppose that could come in quite a lot, but we're going through this day with clear weather, so we're avoiding that one. Number 2 is 3 raids were planned for the current time segment. Well, it's unlikely I'm going to do that. Maybe 2. And then the last one, this raid is one of 2 or 3 raids from the same Luft lot planned for the current time segment. Well, I always remember that one, and if I was to ever put 2 raids together, I would try and probably split them up to have a Luft lot 2 and a Luft lot 3. So the only one that's going to affect us within this raid is number 4, because we've not got broken clouds either. You know what's going to happen now, eh? You know what we're going to roll. Okay, so put that in there. That's that. Right, so yeah, but I don't know. I don't know the setup, and I've still not worked out the benefits to maybe having fighters in the bomber box here. I don't know. Yeah, I'm still not quite clued up on that. So we'll just play along and keep it simple as possible, I think. Okay, good stuff. So that's the raid sorted. So let's move on to the next card then. Card number 10, what says British detection. And roll a dice. 6 again. Dear me. Right, and I might as well pair up there just to have a look, but I'll just go through it myself. So 6, and as usual, oh, the OCV value is higher than this, so it's a 4, isn't it? That's 10. And we've got 2 radar nets that are active, so that's another 4, that's 14. Okay, so much for bringing a D12 up then. So 14, yeah, I think we should use the D20 for this bit. 14, and then number of group in, and the raid is 12. So that's 18. Oh dear, that's not good. So 18 is very early and limited. That's so good. So we're gonna get the Spitfire Ace this time as well. So just bring them across to try and remind myself. Right. Anyway, that's that done. On the next card, it says a raid rendezvous check. Like I said, we don't want a 4. There we go. That's a 6 again. You're good at rolling that 6 just now. So hope we can do it when we're bombing. So yeah, 6 is 15 or more group in the raid, so that's not going to do anything. Good stuff. And then let's select our raid response for Hornchurch. You can see it there. It's very early, so we're getting a bunch. And we also, like I say, get the Spitfire Ace again. So we'll chuck him in, and we'll add the rest. So what have we got? I'll just move across the map and work it out. Yeah, see it? That's flickering again. Hang on a second. Let's me put the light off. That's still flickering. Right. What's that to do with that then? I don't know. When I move over to the other table, I take the 2 lights across as well. It's not as if it's tucked in the corner. Whether the light bounces off the wall better or something, because it's in the corner. Anyway, I don't think it's not awful, but when it comes and goes, it just kind of bothers me a bit. Anyway, okay. Right, so what we need is... What do we need? We need 3 from 611. And unfortunately, yes, that's exactly what we've got. 3. So 1, 2, they're all Spitfires as well. That's us up to 4. 3 from 611. 3 from London, but there's nothing in London. 2 from 511. Yeah, got 2 Hurricanes there. That's up to 6. And then 2 from 711. We have 1. And 2 from 311. We don't have any in 311. 2 from 211. Oh dear, that's up to 9. 2 from 411. Yeah, we've got 3 Hurricane. Yeah, 3 Hurricanes. So I'll just randomise a lot of that. So an A, B, and a C, yes. That's the A and the C. It's up to 11. I'm not finished yet, I don't think. What was that? That was 411. And then 1 from 111. And now we've got 1 of each, so we take the Spitfire to 12. And then 1 from 212. Yeah, we've got 1 of them as well. Yeah, and our Spitfire on 212. So we've got 13. Again, I've run out of dice spots on my D12. Don't think I've had that many before. So we've got 13 in the cup. So we're looking to get that knocked down quite a bit. Because we've only got 4 109s in the hunt box. So... right, so what do we do here again? We roll a dice, don't we, and then work out what we're doing. Right. We'll start with 1. I think that sounds good. So, start with 1. The date is not applicable yet. Target sector 11 group it is, so that's a +1 for 2. Primary target is an airfield, yes, that's a +2, that's 4. Target is deep, no. Warning is very early, yes, so that's up to 5. Intelligence is accurate, no. Intelligence was limited, so intelligence is limited, and we have 12 grouping. That's a +3, that is 8. And there's no other cards to be used, so we've got... Oh dear, that's not good, that's high. Is it 1, 2, 5 is minimal? 3, 6, 7, 11 is low. Yeah. 4, 8, 9, 12, 14 and 17 is high. So we've got high raid response priority with 13 squadrons. So we're removing 5 of the 13 squadrons. So we're still going to have 8. The best we could have done there, we're having 13 squadrons, is removing 7 of them, mind you, with a minimal result. So that would have just still left 6. So this could be nasty. So we're taking 5 out the cup anyway. So I'll go and get that sorted. Okay, so we got 1 from 111, a couple from 211, Spitfire and a Hurricane. And then a 511, which is here, and 1 from 611. So, yeah, well, I suppose that means there's not as many for the next attack. Yeah, I think that's the point. I'm going to be doing 2 raids at the same place. Hopefully I'll not get as many. So I'm pretty sure these are going to respond, but are they going to respond with all 8? Because I think sometimes they'll only bring so many in. Just looking at the chart there, it looks like it's when it's only poor intelligence and limited intelligence, they maybe only bring so many. So, well, we actually are. We are limited intelligence. Number of grouping in the raid, excluding channel patrol, is 10. And number of squadrons in the pool is 8, so 7 plus and 10. Yeah, they're all coming in. So it's like it could go horribly wrong, I think. And we've got that ace fighter pilot, ace Spitfire as well, haven't we? Okay, I'll bring them out into the hunt box. Okay, so there we go. Yeah, this looks bad. Right. Oh well, that's what it is. Hopefully, if we're dragging that many fighters out, that the next raid might not be so brutal. Right, so hunter interception. So there's more squadrons and grouping. So the grouping are less than the squadrons. So this is when we roll a dice, and if the result is greater than the number of excess, all excess move to the bomber box. Right, so we've got, what did I say? We've got 8 and they've got 4, so there's 4 excess. So I think we need to roll higher than a 4 actually for this to happen. So I've rolled a 1, so if the result is lower than or equal to the number of excess squadrons, all squadrons stay in the hunt box. So I think that's good. I think so, but I think most of them are going to still progress to the bomber box anyway. But we'll see. Okay, raid approach event is next. Oh, I've got to remember we've got that strategy card as well. Right, I need to take a little break just now. I'll just pause though. Okay. Okay, it was turned out I was paused for quite some time there, so a few hours went by. But I believe we were just about to do the raid approach event, so let us do that. And what we got? German altitude advantage. Well, fingers crossed. If any of the following apply, no warning. Reduce squadron in the hunt box. No. And prior to August 20th. Yeah, we're on August 16th. So yes. So not only have we got the oops, sorry, camera's away again. Apologies. Should always, when I move it, I should always just check that it's not as loose. But I don't want it all like that, so it's which is kind of horrible. But so you want it loose like that, but not too loose, Grant. Anyway, it's not the first time I've done that. Yeah, so not only have we got the SME 109 grouping strategy card, we've got altitude advantage too, so we're going to get 2 column shifts, which I'll tell you what, may well be required when we look at all these squadrons here. And they all stayed in the hunt box. So, yeah, this could be quite interesting. Okay, I'll just keep that card close by to remind me. And move on to card 15, which is a hunter attack. Okay, so make sure I get this right. Add all the combat ratings of grouping and squadrons in the hunt box. This total, and find the column. Yes, yada yada. Right. Again, try to think ahead to the advanced rules. I don't think anything else is still right. The fact that there's a lot more squadrons there, is that it? No, there's a hunter contact die rule where there's more grouping than squadrons. Yeah, I don't think there's any issues there. And obviously I set my grouping up the fact we needed two ME-110s to support the half of how many bombers we have in the Coast Escort, and then also for the Channel Patrol needing, because we've got 4 group and we needed 2 ME-109s in there. Okay, so we're going to roll a dice. We want a low number here. We've got a 4, so not the best. And what was I'm doing here? I think I was just adding up the strength, number of group and cross-referencing it, and then using the 4. That's right. But remember, we do have 2. Now that altitude advantage affects both the hunter. This is the same, I think, isn't it? And both the hunter attack and squadron attack steps. So we're in the hunter attack step, and that's the same with the group and the strategy card, isn't it? And a hunter or squadron attack. Yes, good. So we get 2 shifts. Right. So we add up all these. So there's nothing here. We've got 4, 7, 10, 14, 18, 21, 24, 28. Yuck. So 28, and number of grouper in combat is only 4. That's probably going to be right down the bottom, I would think. So 4 and 28. Well, actually it's not. It's row G, which is the 3rd from the bottom. So this could be okay. Just a shame we rolled a 4. Nice wee 1 or a 2 there would have been great. So 4 group and 28 strength, row G. Now we then shift up 2 columns. So F, E, we move up to E. And we've got a 4 result. So we've got L, A, and no effect. A pity about the L. So, and we do have 1 A. So this is going to be a white loss. Into the white loss box, and loss of a victory point. Same on 2 again. And then the B, it's the B result. Is it the B result that was missing? Oh no, it's not. Good, because we've got 2 C's there. So the B is an A result, yeah, which is abort. So that's to in-flight reduced. So this guy goes in-flight reduced, which isn't so much of a concern. And the other 2 are no effect. So they go to Coast Escort. So no effect. No group in a bomb box moved to in-flight. Yeah, they go to Coast Escort. So that is good. So up they go into there. Right, now, to deal with the British. Let's hope there's an L for the 4 row here. Oh, there is. I've got D, D, L. So, the disrupt results put them in the bomber box, don't they? Disrupt results are 2 bomb box reduced. Yeah. And they're all full squadrons, yeah. So all the A's and the B's, so it's just the 2 C's along the end. Okay. So all the A's and B's are going at the bomber box reduced. Okay, so there's all the A's and B's. So we've got 6 of them came in against our 4 bombers. Yeah, but we're really looking for an abort result would have been better, wouldn't it? Yeah. However, right, and then the C, the last result, C is a white loss. So this guy, 411, goes light loss. And then the ace doesn't go into a box, but we still get the point for it. That's my belief. So that was 2 points back to us. So we're now on 0. So we've done okay there though, but are we going to get the bomb here? I'm not so sure. Okay, so that was that. Mind you, we're still going to get the 2 shift column for the the squadron attack, aren't we? Okay, that's the hunter attack dealt with. Right, so we get the raid a target event now, don't we? I think. Yeah. So raid target event. We've been getting good events recently. Maybe I shouldn't say that. So all as non-essential target. Reduce bomb damage. Oh dear. Result by 1. Damage does not affect industry, airfield, or radar targets. VP's count. Yuck. Well, that's not what we wanted, because it is an airfield we're attacking. We had this one once before, didn't we? So we've got to reduce the bomb damage by 1, if we happen to get any. And then we're not actually going to affect the actual airfield for any extra damage stuff. But we do still get the victory points. Yeah, that's not the best. Okay. That's what it is. Right, this should be the squadrons now. Okay, so the squadrons are greater than bomber box. Squadrons are greater than grouping and bomber box. All grouping are intercepted. Yeah, that's right, yeah. So they're all intercepted. Now, it should tell us down below. If all grouping and bomber box are intercepted, all grouping and close escort box defend. They all defend. Ooh. Okay. Oh, I want to say that's good. I mean, we're not fussy about our fighters coming back now because we're getting to the end of the day. Although we don't want white losses, right enough. So it does mean that all these, the 2 MA-110s and the 109 here are going to join in this combat. So it does mean we're getting 8 grouping in the combat. So I think that's a good thing. Yeah, if all grouping and bomber box are intercepted, all grouping and close escort box defend. Squadrons are greater than equal grouping. Yeah. Okay. And remember, we've got the 2 column shift as well. So that's good. Right, so here we go. Right, squadron attack. Right, let's roll a low number this time. Ah, come on. Another 6. Damn it. Right, oh well. So what have we all got here then? So there's a 1 from this guy. Nothing. Oh, and a 2 there. So that's 1, 2, 3. And then we're 9, 15, 21, 27, 29, 31, 33, 35, 37, 39. That's surely got to be up the top. Sorry, down the bottom. So 39. How many grouping though? We've got 8 grouping. That's the very last column. Aye. And what did I say? 39. No, that's nowhere near down the bottom. That's a shame again we got this 6. So that takes us to row F. 8 plus grouping. Number of grouping in combat, there's 8, yeah. It's the very last column. And 39 strength. So 37 to 45. So that's F. And then we go up 2 columns to D. Okay. So we've got L, A, and D. So the A's. Just looking at them. They're getting a white loss on C's. There's none. I'm gonna put that card away now. Anyway, what are we? We're white loss for our A grouping. Well, none of them. In fact, we've only got the 1. We've only got the 1 bomber. So it goes in the white loss box and we lose a point. And then abort for the B's. abort for the Bs to in-flight reduced. So that's going in-flight reduced. And this bomber's going in-flight reduced. And then the Cs are disrupt. Does that mean they hang about, get reduced, maybe? Cs are a D result. Units in bomber box. Yeah, they stay in the bomb box reduced. So I think it's kind of irrelevant flipping these guys. Although I suppose they get... And these guys get reduced as well. So we are going to have a bombing run, but with that event, it's not going to help reducing the damage. Yeah, and so the squadrons are A, no effect in white loss. So like I say, there's no C's for the white loss, so it's just A's. Mind you, they're all reduced. Can that not help? Oh yes, yes. Ah, nice. So a reduced grouping with an A is to white loss full side up. That's good then. So these three are going to go to the white loss box. So we go 611, white loss, this 711, white loss, and that 411 for the white loss box. And 3 points. So 1, 2, 3, we're on the negative again. We're on -2. Really good. And then the B, oh, I don't think nothing's happening to them, is it? No, there's no effect. So reduced squadrons, so they stay reduced and go to the in-flight box. So that's not terrible. I mean, because we only have one more raid of the day, but anyway. Yeah, that's it. Well, at least we've got something. At least we've still got something lying there, so that's a squadron attack. Then we get to bombardment, right. Got to bombardment. Unfortunately, it's just the two bombers. So we've only got 6 strength. So let's roll the dice. Right, this is when we do what attacks. Come on. A 3. I've got the feeling that's not going to cut it, I think. So this is the bomber. Total bombing strength is 6. Have we got any modifiers? I don't think we do we? Like to benefit us. Bombers were intercepted. This isn't a dive bombing bonus. This isn't bonus. No strafing units, and there's no clouds to affect us. So yeah, a 6 and a 3 is 1 point of damage. However, as you remember, the event that we just got says that we reduce our bomb damage result by 1. So no damage at all. Now hang on. It says VPs count. No, that must mean it's reduced to 0 though, surely. The VPs count bit. Say anything more about that. What is it called? Non-essential target. Reduce VPs recorded against the target by 1. Yeah, so we got 1 VP and we reduce it by 1 to 0. So yeah, that's not so good. Okay, never mind. Right, and then all these guys just go across in whatever state they're in. Probably put these down the bottom. And then that'll be that. Okay. Right, on the next card. Well, I'll get rid of this as well. Don't need that anymore. On to the next card. 20. Move all group and in-flight box to their air bases or to the clock. There's quite a lot of reduced ones, but again, we don't need them for the rest of the day. And I'm pretty sure as long as they're on the clock, as long as they're not all in the white lost box. Really. Okay, I'll go and put them back up and put them in their air bases. Okay, all these ME-109s, a couple of the ME-110s weren't able to go in the clock space. There's no time left on the clock, so it just goes to end of day. So they just go, and you're meant to flip them to the reduced side. I've put them on the reduced side, but I might kind of stop that because I know I'm not going to be able to use them again. It's just to avoid, in case you want to try and put them out again, but the fact we've got one raid left and it's got fighters on it, I don't think there's any danger in that, and it just means you're having to flip them back over again. But however, I've done it for now. Okay, let's get rid of this. Right. And last card is the clock check. So we flip this. This strategy card goes away, I guess. Yeah, this gets flipped over. That goes back up there. And now that was 1400 we're on. So we move. Yeah, advance the clock marker to next clock space. Yeah, so we move the clock on to 1600. And then we'll get a squadron turnaround next, won't we? Yeah, so clock moved one space. There's only one squadron up here, 711, he's in the rearm box, so he's going to come out to the map. And so we've got a nice chunk of white loss units now. This is pretty good. But we're just almost at the end of the day. But for the next raid, I'm hopeful that we don't get so much because we've got 3 guys down here as well. So they go, where do they go again? These are reduced, so they go to the landing box full side up. So landing box full side. 212 landing box. Yeah, 611 and 511. Okay, right, that's pretty good. Like I say, I'm hopeful we don't get as many responding. If you look at the map for that area, we're attacking this again next turn, so yeah, we might get a better result. So that was that. And then move all German fighter to their air bases. Well, there is some there, but I mean, I'll bring them down. I suppose I should, but they're not going to be involved anyway. So what is this? 109s. Keeping them separate now. And these are from only fought 3 ME-110s. Okay, got all that sorted. And the last card, I think. Right, sign fighter group in. Well, we've only got one more raid, and the fighters are already assigned. So then back to step 9. There we go. Good to go. Right. Now I had the video cut off there, so I'm showing 22 minutes here. I don't think it was awful long though, so I could probably push on. However, I could probably do with taking a break here. So I will take a break and maybe just cut the video here. But I'll hopefully join it both together in the next part because I think we're only at maybe 35 minutes or so. So we could probably fit in this other raid kind of quickly. And just to, I suppose, update this. Well, this would have went away and then come back as the next because it's both the same. So our last raid is in Hornchurch again on the airfield. Okay, I'll be back with the next, finishing off this day sometime soon, guys. Okay, cheers.